Okay, let's hit the back button once. Go back to the top of the page. Take out the word Miami. And let's talk about maybe a certain kind of business. This works great for businesses. Now, you don't have to put in the word apartment building because we have a category for that. In fact, if a person clicks on business category, all of these business categories, you would never try doing keyword searches for them because, you know, people could put in APT for apartments. There could be too many different choices. We have categories for that. But for business opportunities, there's only one business opportunities category, and if you have 1,000 businesses, how could you possibly find a business without doing a keyword search? Well, if you go to the subject line, and let's say you want to find a restaurant, let's type in the word restaurant in the subject line. Just say done when you're done. Thank you. And let's go to the bottom of the page. We're not going to choose the business area, although you could. We're just going to search the database to see how many show up. And you'll see all kinds of listings come up with the word restaurant in it. Isn't that neat? Do you see that? Okay, let's hit the back button once. Now, if you wanted restaurants just in your area, you could choose your business area. And then you could go ahead, and if you only wanted restaurants for sale, you would change it to a have. Haves are the properties for sale. And if you wanted to change and sort them by price minimum, you could actually sort the restaurants in your area by price. Isn't that neat? Now, if you wanted buyers of restaurants, you simply change the have to a want. Go down to the bottom of the page and search the database. Click on Advanced with Contact again on the left, and I'll give you a little choice. You generally, a little sort of an advantage in the marketplace, a little trick to search some things. For instance, if you're searching hotels or motels, the letters O-T-E-L are part of the word hotel and part of the word motel. So type the letters O-T-E-L in the subject line, just those 4 letters, because it's part of the word motel and part of the word hotel. I'm going to change it to a have. I'm not even going to choose a business area, and I'm going to sort them by price and search. And I have hotels literally from $500 million on down. Is this the only database that we can do this search on? No. Where's the other database? I'm sorry? The FSBOs, that's right. Let's go and do the same thing in the FSBO area. Let's go up to Search Database 2 FSBOs, way up at the top. Now, before we do the member access search, I'd like everyone to click on the word world on the left. And you'll see the listings come up in the FSBO area, but you cannot click on these message numbers if you tried. And that's by design. So in other words, the public can post information there absolutely free, but only executive members of ICI World have full access to this FSBO area. Let's click on Member Access to FSBO Area on the left-hand side. It was the 3rd button down. and again click on World on the left. And this time you will notice that you can click on these message numbers. And you can actually go down, and there's an owner. I've just clicked on one who's looking to buy a gas station. So you can make direct contact with owners of properties, both for sale and buyers. You will also notice some of these have a star beside them. The ones with the stars have been placed by brokers who are not members of our service. We allow that for 3 reasons. Number 1, if you're able to make a connection with one of these people here and go off and make $30,000, then that is a benefit to you. Secondly, we're not giving anything away because the public cannot click on these listings. And thirdly, these listings will also be on your website in a way that you get the calls. So these listings can actually generate leads for you from your own website, the ones that we set up for you. Now go down to the very bottom left, and you'll see the word advanced on the left-hand side, the word advanced. Click on it, please. Just say done when you're done. And do you see where it says subject? Type in the letters O-T-E-L in that subject line. And it's only designed for 4 characters to let you know that you only need 4 characters to do a keyword search. In fact, if you use more letters, you can spell it wrong and miss results. Change the business area to your own business area again. Again, I'm going to choose USA. I'm going to choose Southeast, and I'm going to choose Florida this time. So I'm typing in O-T-E-L in Florida. And I'm going to leave it on haves and wants because I want to see the buyers and the sellers. And I'm going to search the database. And I get 41. Is that correct for the people from Florida that are online? You got that as well, Pierre? Now, Pierre might have muted out the phone, in which case he can hear us, but we can... Okay, you did do it. Muted. Okay, did you get 41 as well, Pierre? Okay, perfect. Now, you'll notice that some of these have stars beside them. Those are the ones that are placed by brokers. Watch this. Hit the back button once, please. Just say done when you're done. And the 6th line from the bottom, please read that. What does it say? Right. Now, this is for the people who are putting in the ads. So in other words, if you want only buyers and seller principals, what would you change this answer to? You would change it to the answer no is correct. Let's do it. And search the database. And how many buyers or principal buyers and sellers do we now have in Florida? No. Just Florida. Principal buyers and sellers of hotels only. Double check your keyword, O-T-E-L, in the keyword in the subject line. You should come up with 20. Anybody get 20? In the subject line, that's correct. Yep. And you got to choose your business area, USA, Southeast, and Florida. Well, yeah, well, if you click on the word advanced on the left, let's all do it together, please. Advanced on the left. Change the business area to USA, Southeast, and Florida. And we had to freshen up the form, Natalia. That's why you had to click on advanced. If you hit the back button, it seems to lose the settings sometimes. So now leave the have wants the way it is because I want to see buyers and selling of hotels and motels. And let's type in OTEL in the subject line. If you want a gas station, you type in gas. If you want a marina, type in like marina. Those are the kind of things you can type in there. You want a golf course, type in golf. Go down to the bottom of the page. Change the number of results. I'm changing it to 100. And I'm going to change are you a broker or salesperson to the word no. And search the database. You should get 20. Haves and wants. I want to see buyers and sellers. If you only wanted the buyers, you could do it on your own time. If you only want sellers and go after listings, you can do that. So there you go. Now, this is a tremendous source of business, people. Why? Because you can contact these people and ask them for permission to post their information in database number 1, which is getting all the exposure. Can the public click on any of these listings that we're looking at? The answer is no. If you posted in database 1 this information, can the public click on your ads and get your contact information? The answer is yes. So why not call some of these people, make arrangements, you know, the 3 questions that we talk about in segment 1 and segment 2, how to handle this kind of open and exclusive type information, and how to protect your sources, how to put agreements in place before you divulge the address of a property or before you show the property, how to put written agreements in place. All of that is covered in segment 1 and 2. So you can call these people, make arrangements, put it in database 1, bingo, get a call, make arrangement for a showing, cover yourself with an exclusive listing of some sort, go show the property, try to write an offer. We've had some people make $50,000 with 2 hours of work just doing that. If you want to see all the buyers in your state or province, click on the word advanced now. Change the business area to your state or province. Roger, you're in Missouri? Roger, is Roger online still? You're in Missouri? So you can change it to maybe USA. And then Missouri is in North Central. Highlight that. And leave it on North Central for the moment. We're just going to search the USA and then North Central in your case. Everyone can use their own state or province. Leave it on haves and wants. Go down to the bottom. Change are you a broker or salesperson? Change it to no, Roger. And search the database just the way it is. And I get no category. Just search for buyers and sellers. That's all we're doing. No category. Just search your state or province. I get 265 in North Central, and you're in Southeast. You got 204. So, you know, there's a large selection of buyers and sellers here that you can be dealing with right now. You can be taking this information and putting it onto the world database of inventory of properties available. These properties are really not on the inventory of the world. They're sort of a secret to a certain extent. And you can post them in database number 1 that gets all the exposure in the world today. That should be something you're doing. All of these people are having problems. They want to sell property. They want to buy property, and you can be helping them. These also can be referrals. You can get people to list these properties by calling a broker in an area and say, look, I know someone who's trying to sell properties in Houston, Texas. Why don't you try to call them and see if you can list it? And is a 25% referral fee okay with you? We have one RE/MAX salesperson who's done 15 of those. That's 75 minutes of his time, and he's made over $45,000. So, for instance, there's one here in Northwest Missouri, 30,000 square feet, Roger. And you've given him a call already? Good show. Now, excellent. Very good. Okay, well.